All right, so our organization has been moving towards the agile development process in the last couple of years, and we're trying to basically figure out how to fit the user-centered design process into that development model. So we've identified two places where we'd like to do that. First being the design time. I'm not going to focus on that since I don't have very much time. What we like to focus on today is usability testing. So during the development iterations, what we do is take the UI and do some inspections. Then when the actual application is at a tangible state where we can present it to users, we would do usability testing in-house. From that, hopefully hash out any problems or big usability issues, then pass it back to development, they'd get another iteration at it, then we'd be able to take it out again to customers where we do an external usability test. And hopefully from that, provide a usable product. But in reality, we've got about 30 different products to cover. There's only 2 of us, right, myself. We're the usability team. So what happens is we're actually parachuted into the different programs, or sorry, products, and usually during the design phase. So we kind of focus on task analysis, user analysis, defining user roles, doing the prototypes, and then we get pulled off into other projects. So in the past, we've tried to do some usability testing, but we don't really get to see it through. On top of that, we don't have a usability lab, nor do we have a portable one. So we're constantly trying to look for better methods, more efficient, more effective methods of doing this. So what we've done in the past is we've done some ad hoc usability testing, taking like a video camera, a tape recorder, taking them to a site, doing some quick usability tests, jotting down all our observations and notes, bringing them back, trying to do an analysis, and whipping up some recommendations and passing them on to our developers. It hasn't really worked very well. So in looking for something, some kind of tools to do this, we found a tool called More. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it, but it's written by TechSense. So what we did was we took an evaluation copy and we did an internal usability test on one of our web apps. So Craig's going to talk about that More and how it worked for us.
Thank you. There isn't anyone familiar with More. I'll just give a quick overview. Basically, Dina said it's a software application company. It's basically made up of 3 components: the recorder, the observer, and the manager. The recorder sits on the test machine and runs in the background, and its job is to record what's happening on the screen, mouse movements, clicking, that sort of user input, as well as the feed from the webcam to get the user's face on the video. And basically, at the time, it synchronizes the 2 field streams and sends that to the observer component, which is located on a separate computer on the network. And there, the user can observe the testing progress and mark any significant events, such as the beginning of task, the end of task, and anything in between, such as a user having problems and the facilitator needs to step in and help them. And then basically you repeat that step for each task. And when you're all done that, the More Manager component pulls in all the separate recordings and observations into a project. And from there you can analyze the results, either jumping from test to test or else doing like a cross-section analysis, such as to figure out how long does it take users to complete task 1 for each test. And once you've gone through all your analysis steps, it's got some presentation tools that let you export either to a More video, which includes like graphs, showing times, time to complete, mouse clicks, as well as video clips from the recorded sessions. So basically, this is the tool we use to evaluate our internal web application. And having done so, we've noticed 2 advantages of using More versus our old ad hoc methods. One is the cost time savings for preparation and analysis. Since it's a software package, it's fairly easy to install. Once you get it working with your webcam, there isn't really any more setup to do. As well as for the analysis stage, since it sort of automatically pulls in all the recorded sessions and observations, it saves you a whole lot of time with kind of manually going through that step, reviewing video, maybe digitizing it in a format, wading through handwritten notes from especially multiple servers, trying to put that together and kind of form some analysis that you can present to your team. So Maury kind of does that on the fly almost automatically. So it gives you more time to spend actually analyzing. Another key thing we found was the presentation materials that come out of it. Basically, quickly you can put together a presentation, especially in agile development process where you don't have a lot of time in between iterations. It lets you kind of provide a shared experience for everyone on the team that can see the results. In particular, the video clips let them see users struggling with the application at the same time. I'm not sure if I mentioned, when it puts the video together, it does a picture-in-picture, so you get the users from the webcam over top of what's happening on the screen, so you can see the context of them using it. And there's nothing like seeing a person's face contorted with frustration when they're trying to struggle through an application to really drive home the point that there's a problem. And so I was watching developers watch that. You could really kind of see them, wincing and understand, feeling the pain. And also what we found is having that media emphasize some of the software issues over the personal opinion. And I'm done.